It is time to celebrate an anniversary on everybody's favorite part of the WIP afternoon show.
It's the 5.
Number 5.
At 5. 5. With Jack Fritz.
Oh, 5. Beautiful 5.
Less than a year ago, at 2:42 to be exact, the Eagles signed Saquon Barkley, made it official. What I have for you is the 5 best Saquon moments in his first year as an Eagle.
Let's relive them.
It was tough to narrow it down to 5. I'm going to be completely honest with you because it was a big, big year for Saquon. Number 5, though. So I went with the game. Listen, they eventually turned into the most dominant and best team of our lifetimes, mostly. I know 82 Sixers, whatever. 83, whatever. But
Whatever. Best record in the NBA.
Yeah.
Only lost one playoff game.
There you go, Mr. Sixer.
I'm just saying.
But there was
Disrespect.
some turbulence early in the year.
Just because you weren't there for it.
And people forget
Yeah.
that in New Orleans, this is a 3-0 game heading into the fourth quarter until Saquon Barkley did this.
It is second down and 5. Do they keep it on the ground with Saquon Barkley? They do. He breaks free. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. He's going to go. Touchdown, Saquon Barkley.
Well, that's breaking it wide open.
It sounded like it was at the link.
Well, yeah.
It's amazing the number of Eagles
The
fans.
first
over there.
trip to New Orleans this year.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a run. Was that his Well, he broke one in Green Bay.
In Green Bay.
And broke one again in Brazil against Green Bay.
Yes.
Yeah,
But that was the one he scored on.
Yeah. He caught the one in Green Bay.
Yes. Well, he scored 3.
He did score 3.
Yeah.
I don't
in
think
Brazil versus Green Bay.
against Green Bay. Did I say that?
He said in Green Bay.
Either way. Either way. Because that game eventually the Goddard play.
Either way. It was in Brazil.
Again, sometimes you just say stuff and move on.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
It's,
Oh, you don't know. You don't let anything go.
is a ship a boat?
Yeah.
Or is a boat a ship? 215. The fourth best Saquon moment, and listen, he was already different, and he was already on his way to maybe being the MVP. This is the run that I thought might have locked up his MVP out in L.A. when he took down the all-time Eagles rushing record.
It is third down and 5. Barkley back in. Hurts in the pistol with Barkley behind him. What Betty gives it to Barkley? He gives it to Barkley, who cuts outside. He's at the 40, the 50, the 40. He's going to go again. He's going to go again. Touchdown, Saquon Barkley. His all-time record, 72 yards.
How good is that guy? How good is this guy?
Also sounds like it was at the link.
Yeah.
By the
L.A.
way, yeah.
L.A. Man, what a night. Sunday night, that Rams game. That's when Saquon's odds for MVP jumped.
And it was...
I wonder if he moved up to number 2 or number 1.
I think he went to 1 after that. Was that
maybe it was until Monday? Did maybe one of those guys play on
because
Monday?
one of them had a good...
I think it was Josh Allen.
Buffalo-Detroit game.
When they lost, but Josh Allen had like six touchdowns.
Yes, you're right.
The other thing, too, that's funny about that is he set the all-time Eagles rushing record. Was that week 12 of the NFL
single
season?
game.
Oh, single game.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
All right.
Because he eventually took down the overall one.
Right.
The other one eventually did.
Would he have 200? How many? 212?
255.
Oh, 255.
Overall, I think rushing was 232.
No, I think overall it was 300 yards.
Nah, you might be right.
Wow.
That's a college number.
Well, one of us had him in a fantasy
parlay.
league.
Fantasy. There you go.
Yeah, which Ike wants us to bring up more that he won the WIP fantasy league.
Well, it is the most under-talked about thing around this station.
Well, you told me that league didn't matter.
Well, until I won it.
Okay.
The fact that I am the defending champ does not get brought up. I digress.
Yeah, no one's talking about it.
Well, we heard earlier that Sniffles Lakin all the time is trying to change the rules so he can get his money back next year.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He's always scheming.
I did tell him I would participate in the WIP Fantasy Baseball League.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I thought about it for like 2 minutes.
Yep. I'm in.
I'm
out.
And then you said no. Yeah. That's what I
Yes.
thought.
Saquon, 255 rushing.
Okay. Well, so it's a 300 overall.
Yep.
Yeah, what a guy! What a guy! All right, third best Saquon moment of the season, and a moment that I was left cackling because I was like, this guy's not real. There's a little bit of angst heading into the NFC Championship game because the NFC Championship game, we don't always have the best history in that game. Recently, it's been fine, but I think Saquon calmed all of our nerves early in that one.
Hurts under center on first down. He pitches it out to Barkley. Takes off to the outside. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's going to go. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, 60 yards on his opening touch.
He touched it, and he took it to the house. It's as simple as that.
Dude, we were in the suite watching that game. I was down in the WIP suite for that one. I mean, we went off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
one of those moments.
Yes, because you just had that long Washington drive.
Right.
Like, what was it, like 16 plays?
Where they kicked the field goal instead of going for it?
Yeah. And then the Eagles get the ball, and the first time he touches the ball, he goes to, man. I know it wasn't technically over at that point.
It felt over.
But it may as well have been over at that point.
Well, it was so loud at the Lynx.
Yes.
You know, I think the Lynx sometimes gets criticized for not being as loud.
Mm-hmm.
And that moment, like with the Patrick Robinson interception.
That's the thing that it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Because I was in that suite for the Patrick Robinson, and it's, it takes a lot to get the people in the WIP because it's clients, everybody's talking, not everybody's always so focused. When that room is going crazy, that is when that's when it's a big moment.
No doubt. And shout out to the fans. We rarely get a 3-game home playoff run. You rarely get 3 games at home in the playoffs. That's a rare thing. And each game was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, the Green Bay game, it was cold as hell out there. I remember that game. It was freezing, that game. No one left. It was a tight game. The snow playoff game against the Rams, my goodness, all the way to the end. That was thrilling. Then the championship game, man. It was a great playoff run. It really was.
It made up for 2022. The 2022 run was so boring. It really was.
I agree.
You had Giants and Niners, right?
And the Niners game was over in the first quarter when they destroyed Purdy's arm.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Rams game in the snow, we thought this was it. And what a great send-off, but it's Saquon in the snow.
Hurts in the gun on first down. He goes to Barkley. He breaks a tackle. He's on his way. Here he goes. He's at the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, 78 yards. That'll lock it up.
Boy, he is a special football player.
Not quite lock it up.
How about Uncle Merle?
He
called
excited.
game right there.
Yeah. Well, everybody thought it was a game until Jake Elliott missed that extra point.
That is true. It was like, oh, Lord.
That's when I got nervous. When he missed that extra point. Dude, what kind of year did Saquon have where he can have this many of these in one top 5? It's an outrageous year, man.
Yeah.
I think, Jack, you made this point the other day. I know this is not an anti-Jalen thing. I promise it's not. His Super Bowl MVP, I think, has sort of changed the focus of the year. And Saquon's year, I think, though we all think it's the greatest year we've seen, it doesn't feel that way. You playing these clips is putting me back in that moment.
It got lost after this NFC Championship game. It did. It got lost because he didn't have as great of a game in the Super Bowl because they were all keyed in on him.
Yeah.
But, man, that's why we need these type of moments to remind us.
It was hard to come up. I mean, you could have argued a couple other plays from throughout the season.
But I was wondering which one. A couple of those I knew you would have in there. But, like you said, it's enough plays that he had this year. I didn't think anybody would ever have a season greater than T.O. had in 2004, than Mike had in 2010. And was it 2010?
It was 2010, yeah.
2010.
Was that the year Mike had? Yeah, in 2010. And then the Nick Foles year. 27 and 2.
And Carson 17.
And Carson's 17 season. No, yeah, he's right. Carson's 17 season.
33 touchdowns in 14 games.
Yeah. That this past year, man.
Yeah. Well, the number one play.
That was a beautiful thing this past year.
The number one play that I think, had they not won the Super Bowl, would have been like the single shot of the season was a thing that I don't think we'd ever seen on a football field before.
Hurts in the gun. He backpedals, He's looking, still looking. He fires it out in the flat to Barkley, who beats one man, spins past another, leaps over a third, and comes down at the 30.
What was that? I've never seen that move, and I've been watching football all my life.
Well, he did that.
Listen,
He did that to show off to Shady McCoy.
He's never done this. No one's ever done this. He hurdles a guy backwards. How do you jump over a guy backwards?
He did. He did.
What am I watching?
I think this is the first time I heard.
I'm going to say, I don't think I've ever heard Mike Quick's reaction.
I never heard the Merle call on this.
Yeah.
It's always been the TV, the national TV game.
Mike's like, no.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I heard that. Yeah, I think it's the first time I've heard that. That wasn't amazing. That was amazing. I had to say, I think we all had the same reaction.
Yeah, what did I just see?
What did I just see?
After an amazing spin move, he went right from the spin move into jumping backwards over a guy. What a season, man. What a season from Saquon. What a season.